Everyone, it has been a while since I've been on here to do a live video. I have been asked to do one of these, so here we are. And I hope it is something that you can use. I'm going to keep it very simple. I am using my Saint makeup. As you know, I'm an artist for Saint. It's great makeup. It's really good for mature skin because it has emollients and it's creamy and it doesn't dry out your skin. It's just super for mature skin. Young skin as well, doesn't matter. It's not age restrictive, but it is really, really great for those of us that have mature skin. And as we're doing this, if you have any questions, you can put them here and I'll go back and answer them if I don't see them as we're scrolling along. And everything that I used in my video today, I will be listing in my comments after a few minutes when I get all reorganized after the video. So let's get started. Like I said, I'm using Saint makeup today, but I'm also using some other items that I really like. I've been experimenting with many different products lately. I did have, if you follow me at all, you know that I have the microneedling done occasionally. I had one done about 2 weeks ago. So the peel is finished, and the microneedling, besides getting all that dead skin off. Bon dia to you as well. Where are you from, Carmen? Okay, I know you'll let me know in a minute. Okay, back to the microneedling. It helps to get off all the surface dead skin, but another thing that it does is because it's creating these tiny, tiny, tiny little holes which disrupts the skin and then it has to heal. It's helping to create and improve the collagen in your skin so everything looks smoother and more plump, which is great for me. I do have, as a teenager, I had quite a bit of acne scarring, and so I still have some of that I'm gradually getting rid of some of that through some non-invasive treatments. I haven't gone the way of a real heavy laser, but I do like the microneedling. And if you can see right here, my pores and this skin is much tighter and much smoother after the microneedling. I do not have Botox. These are my natural brows. I have some wrinkles on my forehead. I use frownies occasionally for these little wrinkles and my crinkles out here. My mother had great skin, so I was blessed with not necessarily the acne, but I was blessed with the fact that she didn't have a lot of wrinkles and she was not a sun worshiper. So I'm not either and haven't been. Although I have had a couple skin cancers removed, but that was from when I was just a little kid. So, all right, back to what we're going to do today. This, I'm going to show you, this is a moisturizer that I've started using, and this is by Agency. I am not an affiliate for Agency yet, but I certainly hope I can become one because I am loving their products. I love their cleanser. It is the best cleanser I have used. It's an oil cleanser, which sounds kind of odd, but it takes off makeup, eye makeup. It is fabulous. So I've already done that this morning, and this is the whip. It's called Cloud Care. Let's see, weightless whipped moisturizer. So you just pump this, and there comes a little dab. And it's great too because I can put this on under my Saint makeup because it does not have silicone. With Saint makeup, you do not want to use anything that has silicone because if you do, your makeup, and probably other makeup too, especially if it's cream, it's just going to slide right off. So be careful that you do not use a product that has silicone if you want good results with your makeup. So we're going to let that set. Doesn't take long, and it's just silky, silky smooth. All right, so typically I like to do my eye makeup first, because if you get shadow down here on your cheek, you can clean that up before you put on your face makeup. So this is my spoolie brush, and what I like to do is brush my brows first, get them nice and controlled, and then I do go back, thank you for the hearts, I do go back and brush them down before I fill them in. So why do I do that? Well, when they're like this, you don't see all the empty area that makes a difference if you fill that in. So if you brush this down, see that area right there? Let me zoom in just a little bit, if I can do that. See that area there that's a little skinny? I like to fill that in, and then when I brush my brows back up, it's nice and full. This is my favorite pencil, or pen actually, for my brows. This is by NYX, NYX, and it's called Lift and Snatch. And because I'm just doing a basic daytime makeup today, I don't want too much drama on my brows. So I'm using taupe. I think it's taupe. Yes, taupe. And I fill in right here. I draw this little line and fill in right there. And it isn't like I'm creating, it's hard to see. I'm using my makeup mirror behind me. If I get that too full, I don't want to go really outside of my natural brow that much. So I'm taking it and I'm just using tiny, tiny little strokes. See, it's a little tiny, can you see that? Just a little tiny brush with a wonderful little point on it, and you just start to fill in those empty areas and the little tiny strokes out on the edge. I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'll brush them. I'm going to come over here to my mirror so I can see better. Again, I'm not creating a whole new brow line. I'm just filling in that area. And then I go back to where the hair is. My hair is getting thinner on my brows, as it happens in midlife. One of those things that happens. And just tiny, tiny little strokes. And then out here, tiny, just a very, very light hand. My brows are not even. They don't start and stop in the same place. Nobody's do. But if you want to fill in and make them look a little more even, you can come down and draw a few more little hairs there. We'll let that dry. Woo-hoo-hoo. And then I go back to my spoolie and I brush them up. And then if there's any little hairs that are up above that line, I just smooth them out, brush them up. You always want to brush your brows up. Everything on our face needs to be lifted at this stage. And there we are. One more step that I do is, let me see if I have it right here. Thank you all for joining. Tell me where you're from. I'm in Lakeland, Florida. It is a beautiful day here today. It was actually 53 degrees this morning. It was fabulous. Let's see if I can get this open. This is brow wax. Tell me where you're from. I want to know. Oh, hello. Hello. I love the thumbs up and the hearts and the love. Thank you, Landa. So this is again by Saint. This is our brow wax. Comes in this little tin. All of our makeup comes in these little magnetic tins, and they go into a compact We have little tiny ones like this, all the way up to big ones like this for the artist or anyone that wants to have one. If you are a makeup lover like me and you need a lot of space to store your makeup, the big ones are great. But the small ones are really nice if you travel. Or even during the day, if you want to take it with you, if you're going from day to evening and you want to do a little touch up, just put some of your favorites that you're going to use later into your smaller compact, put that in your purse, and off you go. So this is our setting spray. I'm going to hit the eyebrow box with just a little bit of the setting spray. And then I'm going back to my spoolie again and just get the brush, pick up some of the wax, and then I don't brush because I have my eyebrows right where I want them. So I'm just going to touch, just touch to apply the wax and let that dry, and they will stay that way all day, unless of course you're doing this, but they will stay in place all day. Has anyone that's viewing right now tried Saint makeup? It is great, love it. I've been an artist for probably about 4 years now, and the more I use it, the more I love it. Although I do experiment with other brands of lipsticks and lip pencils, and we don't have a mascara, but so you can use, whatever mascara you like. You can mix and match with, but I like to do creams with creams. I don't mix cream foundation with a liquid or a powder foundation. I like to stay with creams and creams. Our eyeshadows, which I'll get to in just a minute, are extremely pigmented. They last forever because it takes such a small amount to get the color that you like. So the next thing I do is, again, I'm back to NYX. I really like NYX for various things. They are so affordable. Like at, what's that store the other day? Where'd I go? Ulta. They were like, buy 2 get 1 free, and they're like $5. So this is a brow liner, or a eyeliner, and I like to, I'm not doing it on the pink waterline. I'm doing this just at the base of my lashes, and I wear contact lenses, so I have to be very careful. But if you start at the base of your lashes using a dark, this is black brown, I'm using that, and your lashes will automatically start to look thicker. See the difference? And if you had to run out of the house without mascara, your lashes are going to look a little bit fuller already. Go over here. For a more dramatic look, I could use black, but I like the black brown. So there's that step. Now, before I go on to the eyeshadow, I'm going to show you my little secret. You can tell that my eyelids have a little pink, purplish coloration, discoloration, I guess we could call it. I like to even that out before I put on the eyeshadow. And if you know anything about a color wheel, let me get my color wheel. If you know anything about a color wheel, see where I can get it without the glare. If you are trying to color correct these colors here in the purple, pink, right in through here, go straight across and you're going to see color that will color balance or color correct the colors that you don't want. Let me hold it up here. This might be better. So if you have purple discoloration, if you go over here, you're going to have yellow. Make sense? And if you have really red discoloration, you would go over here and actually pick up a green color corrector. And you think, oh my gosh, green on my face? Yes, because it's not going to look green. If you put it over red, it's going to totally neutralize that redness. That's a whole nother video about color correction. We'll do that one day. If you have questions, you can put that in the questions and I will try my best to answer them. Okay, so back to Sunlit. This is in the Saint category. It is a highlighter. We have highlighters, we have contours, we have just everything. So let's see. Somebody wants to talk to me. We'll talk to them later. So I'm actually taking my smudge brush and tapping it into the yellow and covering my entire lid all the way from my lash line. Actually, I could have done this, probably should have done this before I put that liner on, but it's okay. We all get distracted sometimes and don't always do things in the same order. It's okay. Nobody is telling you that you goofed. Just go back and pick up where you need to be. So I put this on. You can also put this on with your finger, just like this. But doing this as a base for your eyelids, your eyeshadows, really makes your shadows look more the actual color that they are. And you don't have that purple discoloration. I have a little bit like right in here. So this yellow is actually color correcting all that purple. It's magic. Now, I go further. While I have this in my hand, so I don't have to pick it up again, I'm actually going to, let's see here. Let me back up. I'm actually going to put some right here where I'm a little bit pink and purple. And then when I put on my foundation, which is also called a highlight with Saint. All right, you can see that I've already created a much more even look, taking away that purple and those shadows. This, yes, I have a little bit of a line, but mostly it's a shadow. And by taking that shadow away, it makes it look like this line right here is less apparent. Obviously, we could do this, but that takes surgery, and I'm not going to do that. Not yet, anyway. Nothing against it. I'm just not quite ready for that. And here I have some little areas that look a little purplish, maybe even a little brown. So I'm going to touch those with my Sunlit. And already it looks much more even. All right, we're going to put that aside, and then let's do some eye makeup. This is a base shadow called Drift, my eyeshadow brush. And I like to put a light layer of something very neutral on over the Sunlit cream so that I have a powder base built on top of that cream so that the rest of the eyeshadows really adhere. The next thing I'm taking is Claire, and these are the colors that I used in that little video that I did yesterday and announcing that I was going to do that same makeup today. So this is Claire. I'm doing Claire on my lid. I tap it, I swirl it and then tap it. Just on the lid and a little bit above the lid. This is a really pretty pink. It's a dusty pink. It isn't a real bright pink. And I like to use this a lot. I love pink and brown, and because I have brown eyes, I think it really looks nice. Then I'm going to go in with this color called Zion. In here, in this lighting, it might look more brown. It's a little bit brown, but it's a pinky brown. And so I'm going to put that at the outer corner. I'm going to use my makeup mirror over here so I can see better. Just to add a little depth at the outer corner. Right there. Bring it in just a touch on that outer corner. I think that'll work. Then to ground that a little bit more so it doesn't look too pink, I have picked up this color, which is called Cafe. It's a nice soft brown, not too dark, not too harsh. And I just take that, and that grounds that pink to give it another dimension. Then I take my little tile right here to clean my brush so that I can move on to the next color or to blend, which is what I'm going to do right now. So then I'm just going to do this windshield wiper and blend so you don't have a harsh line from here to here or on the outer corner. And then I'll clean my brush again. This little tile is really cool. And then just blend to soften the edges. For evening, I could definitely leave a stronger edge for some drama. Now, this is called Peppa, and it is a little shimmery. And I take my ring finger and I put it on the inner corner, almost to the middle of my eye, and up just a little bit because I do have hooded eyes, slightly hooded eyes. So I want to be able to see this when I have my eye open. Again, I'm using my ring finger. Argentina, wonderful. How nice. I always use my ring finger or my pinky because it applies less pressure, and you do not want to apply pressure to your eyelids or really anywhere around your eye. You want to keep it a nice light touch. Good morning, everyone. I need a sip of water. I'm so excited that you're here. Love it. You have any questions for me so far? No, not yet? Okay. Now, when I look at it, if I feel like there's a little too much, like maybe I've gone a little too high, I'll go back over and just touch it with the lighter one, which is called Drift, and it will bring that down just a little bit so it doesn't look like the color has gone too high. So that is the eyeshadow. And then I'm going to, this is one of my favorite daytime mascaras. It's by L'Oreal. It's called Telescopic. And this is black. Has a skinny little wand. And I like to start at the outer corner. Today I want a more, now see that little spot where I touch my skin? I'm just going to leave it there for right now. Yes, it's a goof. We all do that. But today I want that look of my eyes to be more elongated. So I'm starting at the outer corner and I'm pulling the color out. Pulling my lashes out. Now don't forget these little babies in the inner corner. And you can always turn the wand more vertical to get those little tiny ones. And then you can go back to horizontal to give a little more concentration of color down closer to the lash line. Ecuador, beautiful. My best friend's brother just moved from the US to Ecuador. He absolutely loves it. So here is that little spot of mascara. I let it dry and then I just take a Q-tip and flick it off. If you try to do that when it's still damp, it's gonna smear. So wait till it dries, take that Q-tip and just pop it right off. All right, let's do the other eye so we can move on to the face makeup. Appreciate everyone staying with me. I'm doing this slower because I'm talking about everything that I'm doing so that you know exactly my routine. When I do this and I'm not on a video, it is 5 minutes, maybe 6 or 7 for my eyes, and then it is no more than 5 minutes when I get to the face makeup. It is so quick. So I'm getting these little hairs. It's hard to see. Now for the bottom lashes, this is a trick that you might enjoy. I lay the wand horizontally and blink because I just want a little tiny bit of mascara on my bottom lashes, just enough so that you can see that I have bottom lashes. So over here, I lay the wand and blink, lay the wand, blink, lay the wand, blink, blink. And that's my eye makeup. What do you think? Are these colors that you would use? All right, I'm going to stay neat so I don't get too cluttered in front of me. Now we're gonna move on to the face. I've already color corrected some of those areas that are kind of that purpley color. Thank you, Jenny, I appreciate it. So I'm going to just take a little clip. I was a hairdresser, in fact I still am, for a long time, all my life, practically. So I have these little clips everywhere. I am going to start with a foundation. This is also called a highlighter. So our highlighters range from really light, like the Sunlit. This one's called White Peach, and they go all the way down to the natural skin tone. So here's one, let me show you a darker one. Might even be as dark, well that's a contour. Someone might even have very dark tan, so it ranges from really light all the way. I don't have a lot of the darker ones in my kit because obviously they don't work for me, but we can color match all skin tones. I'm showing the lighter because that's what works for me. So I am picking up, where'd it go? Okay, here it is. No. Bear with me a minute. Where's my June? Here it is. Okay, so this is June. Now, I can either use a makeup brush or I can use my finger. And today, I'm actually just going to, again, use my ring finger. Now, this is a simplified method. I am not doing heavy contouring, but I am showing a quick, easy way to apply for daytime in a manner that you might already be familiar with when you pick up liquid and you put it all over. So that's why I'm doing this today. I'm going to take this is my blush and bronzer brush. You said big fat fluffy end and then a smaller, more like a bunny tail. This is really great for blending. So I'm just going to take this brush and I just use a tiny little bit because I really don't want it to look heavy. You can take it anywhere from a really light layer of makeup to minimal coverage all the way to really heavy coverage, whatever it is that you like. So just that light coverage. And then I'm going to go in, I want to brighten this area through here, brighten the outer corner So again, I'm taking, this is White Peach, and I'm just adding a little brightness right there, right here, and right here, right here, and right here, right there. And I'm going to blend that. Having some brightness in the center of your face is so beautiful. It gives your face more structure, so you don't look like you're just one dimension. And that's the great thing about this makeup as well. We call it 3D makeup because your face looks more three-dimensional instead of just flat makeup and then blush on top of that. You just kind of build and create the contours on your face as you apply the makeup. Now, I said I wasn't going to do heavy contouring, but I'm going to do just a little bit. This is called Ash. Again, I'm using my ring finger. I want just a little bit of depth right under my cheekbone, right through there. So you find your cheekbone, and then you go right under it. If you put it right on your cheekbone, that's going to actually make your cheekbones look like they don't exist, and that's not what you want. You want to bring some sculpture to your face. Then I'm going in with Madrid, which is a beautiful cheek color. I also use it on my lips. I start up here and come down just like that. And for different face shapes, you can apply your contour and your cheek color in different ways, different angles, different shapes. To if you have a really round face and you want to make your face look round, there's ways that you do that. If it's really square, if it's really long and you want to add width, which is what I want to do right now. I want to add a little bit of width because I don't want anything drawing my face down. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. Now I'm going to pick up my brush again, and I'm going to tap in the center just to start blending that out. And I'm using the edge of my brush even, so that it's just nice and soft. And I'm blending that contour up. So again, I have just a little bit more shape and more structure. So the reason I just tap instead of dragging, nobody should be, especially mature women, you should not be dragging on your skin. That's why I use my ring finger. That's why I tap or stipple. But if I start in the middle, it softens the color, and then I go to the outside edge, and I even use the outer corner of my brush and then blend that contour up just like that. Pretty. Now, if I want a little bit more depth of color, this is called Sandstone. I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to put that right there because I want just a little bit more color. See, this makeup, you can just play with it. You can add, if it's too much, you can apply something lighter. Thank you for all the new people joining. I appreciate you. If you didn't catch me earlier, I'm actually in Florida, and it's a beautiful day today. It is sunny and bright, and it was 53 degrees, which is fabulous. If you want to add a little bit more warmth to your skin, add a little bit more definition, this is bronzer. It's called Bella, and it looks very dark. But when you get it on and you blend it, it's actually quite beautiful, and it is not that dark. And I just want a little more stroke because I didn't do any contouring up here. I'm going to take this Bella bronzer, put it right here, the top of this cheek, and I'm going to add just a little bit right through there, so it's like I've been out in the sun for just a little while. Whoop! My notes are flying all over the place. I do have notes because I have a few things that I want to make sure that I tell you before I end this video. And if you aren't following me on Instagram, I would love for you to, oh, missed that, didn't get that blended real well. Again, this is such a light touch. It is so light, like you would touch a baby. It's just light. You don't want to press and drag and push. Just very, very, very light touches. And I'm going to blend this out, stipple it, blend it out. You don't want to overblend, because if you overblend, then it's like, well, why did I put it on to begin with? And sometimes in the videos, it's hard to tell with the lighting. Thank you for the hearts. So you're brighter in the middle of your face, the center of your face. You have more contour here, more shape, more structure to your face, so you're not looking just totally one-dimensional. In another video, I'll get into contouring more, and you can always ask me this in my send me a DM. To contour jowls, to contour a weak jawline, to contour a strong jawline, cheeks, whatever. It's all about creating an optical illusion that suits your desire, your eye. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's what makes you happy. Let me look at all my menagerie of colors that I have here. And oh, one thing that I wanted to show you as I use these colors, this is one of my larger palettes. It has 3 layers. And so if I were to color match you, especially if I did a custom color match, these all would come in little tins, and they're magnetic, and you just pop them in. And I like to put them in the order that I use them. So there's that, and then contour, and then cheek, and cheek. Isn't that pretty? And I am going on a 12-day cruise right after Thanksgiving. So I will take this larger one, and I will put it in my carry-on. It's still small enough that I could put it on my carry-on, but because I'm going to be gone for 12 days, and it is a ballroom dance cruise, and I'll have different outfits for every night, dress up, not costume, but theme. So I'll want a lot of different colors with me. So I'll take this larger palette. Like I said, you can range from 4 up to, oh my gosh, like 36. So then there's even room to put the eyeshadows. Oop, I didn't get in the right order. That's okay, because you just pop them out and move them around. So you can see, and then when you run out of space on that, you just move to the next level. That's kind of dirty, I shouldn't show you that. It's all makeup, I just haven't cleaned it all out. And then you just put it in, and you have everything right in that one compact, as opposed to a bag of lots of different tins and compacts. It's all right there. All right, let me see where I want to go next. Oh, we're going to talk about lips. I have some tips for your lips. This is the lip pencil, and the lipstick that I'm using are by Nicole Johnson, Nicole Beauty, I believe. Again, I will put all of the names of what I've used, and if I have a link for anything, I will put that on there as well. So this is called Silk. It's very neutral. And one of my tips for lips, especially mature lips, is I like to I just realized I haven't blended this. See, it doesn't matter. You just go back, pick up a brush. There we go. Real life, right? As we get older, our lips, they sort of disappear, and I still have pretty good lips, thank you, Mother. But I've started overlining this front Cupid's bow just a little bit to make it a little bit more dramatic. So, and again, it has more of a lifted look, And I'm going to overline the center of my bottom lip and keep it minimal on the outside, so there's more of a pout in the center of your mouth and not out and dragging and looking wide. So I'm going to overline. Now if you notice, I go up with the pencil and I also stay about 1/8 of an inch away from the outside corner of my mouth. Again, that keeps you from looking droopy, and it's more of a pout and a fullness in the center of your mouth. If you wanted a more dramatic look, you could use a darker pencil. And then this is beautiful. It can range from just making it look like a stain if you put on a really light coating and then put a gloss over it, or you can take it into evening with a dramatic red lip. Nicole Johnson has the most beautiful lipsticks. And again, I am not an affiliate for her. I don't think she has an affiliate program, but I wish she did. So this is called Confidence. And if you want to really pump up your confidence, you could put this on and you're going to rock the runway. So we're going to I like to move up, and then I take a little tiny lip brush just blend it all together. Again, I'm staying away from that outer corner so it looks fuller right in the center. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of our gloss. And there it is. This is my look for the day. This is the look that I had in the video yesterday on Instagram and on Facebook. I wanted to recreate it for you today. Yes, it took longer on the video because I broke it down step by step by step, but I can do this from beginning to end in 10 minutes, you know, the eyes and the face, and out the door. Be organized, put out everything that you want to use right in front of you, just like you're cooking, you know, mise en place, everything in place, and keep it all organized and clean. And you're ready to go. And you don't even have to think about it. When you sit down to do your makeup, just if you have everything in place, you know the colors that you've chosen are the best colors for you. And especially if it's daily, you just put it on and don't even think about it, and out the door you go. All right, so my notes are telling me to remind you of the brushes that I used. And right now, Saint is having a holiday drop. And what that means is some special prices. So again, in my bio on Instagram, there is a link to my Saint page, and Saint is S-E-I-N-T. And you'll see some specials on brushes. This is the blush and bronzer, which is one of my favorites. This is the blend brush. And these are wonderful. They're very soft, double tipped, so you're getting two brushes in one. This is the smudge brush. I use that for my eyelids, and sometimes I apply all my makeup with this. The eyeshadow brush, which is great. The spoolie, which is a really nice tool. And we have a brush cleaner. That's a spray on. We have a brush cleaner that is a little soap that you can really get all the makeup, the cream makeup out. Let's see, the rest of my notes. So the holiday drop is going on now. It started today. And if you pop over and see that, there is a free gift of a corduroy bag that you can put your compact in, you can put your brushes in, you can put your skincare in. It's just this soft, really luxurious bag that's really nice. So I use the Agency Skincare moisturizer, which I love, and then the colors that I used I will put in the description or in the comments, but it was Sunlight, June, White Peach, Ash, Madrid and Sandstone, Bella, Drift, Claire, Zion, Papa, and Cafe Peppa. And I know that sounds like a lot, but when you have it all right there, it's just like you just go from, it's paint by number, you just go from one to the other. If you liked this, it'd be great if you would save it, refer back to it, share it with your friends. Pop over and join me on Instagram. I also have a YouTube channel. I'll probably be putting this on YouTube if I can get it reconfigured to the proper format for YouTube. And I appreciate you all being with me this morning. It has been wonderful, and I thank you so much, and I will see you again. And let's see.